Hi everyone, and welcome to this demo of our new Hexagon Connected Worker. I'm really excited to show you this new product that we launched at the Workboat Show last week in New Orleans. I'm going to take you to the website. This is a web application. You can see the login. Once we log in, we're going to be taken to a list of workstations, and as a worker, I'm going to select the workstation that I am working at today. We'll do electrical, and we're going to go do our work, and this is going to pull up my active work order. This work order now shows the overall process and the steps that it's going to take me through. I can review this very quickly. I can see the work order number, the area in which I'm working, the version of the work order that has been released. And then I see that I have 4 items in this, and in those 4 items there are 6 steps. And then I have a timer and the status of my work order. So I'm going to hit start. This gives me the timer starting, and this is starting to time the amount of time that it takes me to do the work. If I pause for any reason, the timer will stop. And the paused will come up, the yellow pause. Now you can see that we're still blinking here, and that is because we are still tracking time, but we're separating time between value add and non-value add. So now I hit resume, and I'm just reviewing my work instructions, and I essentially have 240 seconds to do that. What will happen up here is about 80%, when you get to about the 80% mark of the allotted time, this will turn yellow, and if I go over time, it will turn red. So now that I've reviewed what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and hit next, and that's going to pull up my first step, which tells me that I need to assemble this part number into my assembly. And it's telling me verify the part number that I have and look for this silver locking clasp. And the reason for that is I have 2 different part numbers. Now, how we're going to know that we've put the right part number in is we're just going to check this using AI. So I'm going to take a picture of the part that I'm actually assembling. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to choose a file. But this is the picture of the part, and now I'm just going to say, hey, AI, check this for me to make sure I have the proper part number. And when it comes in, it's going to tell me yes or no, and I can proceed or not proceed. It's going to stop me from making a mistake as an operator. So my expected part number was a 1038, and the extracted part number that I actually took a picture of was 1040. That is the wrong part number, Mr. Operator. You need to make a change. So as a good operator, I'm going to go and I'm going to say, okay, let me go grab the right part. I grabbed the part that I'm supposed to have, and I'm just going to do another quick verification, take a picture of that, run it through AI, and say, hey, yes, you are good. Great job. You can move forward. You have the right part. So now I go to the next step in my process, and this is a different type of inspection and work instruction. This is basically telling me that I need this wire number, and it needs to be 36 feet in length. And then I need to cut the insulation to 1/2 inch. And when I do that, now there's a couple things I can do. Maybe I want to know what lot number I'm using. I just enter that lot number, hit continue. Now I know what lot of material I'm using. I'm verifying my length. It's good to go at 36 feet. And my exposed inner wire length needs to be 1/2 inch. And now I'm going to put that in. Now I can either select something that I've put in before, or I can go ahead and say 0.5, and I'm using this as an example to show you that we can use different types of information. You can see in the instruction that it actually shows 1/2 inch. I typed that as a 0.5 inch, but I could also do it as 1/2 inch, just like it shows in my instructions or whatever, and that's still going to be acceptable. So that information is all good to go. We're going to go to our next step. And in our next step, it's going to show me a final assembly and where I'm going to put these into the connector. It's going to show me exactly what needs to go where. Now, this is going to give me another opportunity to show different ways of capturing information. So let's say that this needs to be certified, and I need to sign that I certified it. We can do that just simply by using our mouse or trackpad to sign, save, continue, and now you can see the initials of the operator. And now we just have simple attribute checks, and we're just going to confirm that the black wire is connected to the live terminal. Yes, that's correct, it is. We'll just keep going. Green wire, yep, good to go. And the white wire is also good to go for the neutral. And so that's just, I've shown 3 different ways to perform inspections with both variable data and attribute data. And now we'll go to our last step. This is our final assembly. And essentially it's showing me what the final assembly should look like. So I'm going to run an AI inspection again and take a picture of my finished component. And I'm going to check that to the known good master to say, do I have the right finished product? Oh, I don't. You can see I have a couple of problems. My reference shows white in the middle, green on the outside, and I mix those up. And you can also see that there should be the gold plate in the green, and that is missing as well. So I have some rework to do. I'm going to go ahead, go fix it. Once I have it fixed, I'm going to go ahead and take that other picture, and I'm going to run that through the final check to say, is this good or not good? And that's going to come up and say, yes, that one's good to go. Congratulations, you've now completed that work. The last thing I'd like to show you in this demo, from a work order standpoint, is being able to extract information from a label that you may have on the floor. So instead of an operator having to type all this information in and making a mistake and all of that, we just can use AI to do the data extraction. We do that by taking a picture of the label and just extract the data. And now all of the information on this tag is pulled into my work order automatically, and you don't have to worry about me making a mistake on any of these numbers. And how much time did I just save from typing all those numbers to just taking one picture and then pulling that in? So that's the work order portion. The next thing I'd like to show you is the dashboards. So this is more for a supervisor, shop floor manager to manage his day. These are a couple of examples here where he can see what work orders have been completed, how much time is taken. There's some other options that we could have here versus those. But this is just a way for us to be able to show you that a good dashboard for an supervisor or a shop floor manager gives them a good way to manage by exception and go and see where his issues are. Down at the bottom, I have a list of all the work orders by their status. So I have 3 work orders that have exceptions that need to be addressed. And I have plenty of work orders that have been started and in process. And then a list of work orders that are ready when I'm ready to go and put somebody on them on the floor, or somebody selects them to run. And then another batch that is pending that has not been released by materials or my production planners yet. And then I have some canceled orders down here as well. But let's just say I am on the shop floor and I need to look a little bit closer into this work order because somebody's asking me about it. Now this pulls up an in-depth information about this work order. It shows you exactly what steps have been completed, when they were completed, and by whom they were completed. And it also shows where it's at. And then over on the right, you can see a work history from the time that this work order was imported until it was moved to ready and then started. And now each step that has been completed and who completed it. And then you can see that we are in current time right now in this curing station. And you can also select work orders by status if you just want to look at just those work orders. And again, this is the work order we're looking at. If I select the very next one, there's not as much data on, but you can see I can jump from work order to work order over here on the left-hand side as well within each status. The last thing that I would like to show you in this video is our ability to create your own reports very, very easily. So I'm just going to go to production orders as an example, and then I'm going to pull up this tug repo production order. So the first thing you're going to get here is setting up your query by naming your report, and it's going to selecting a data source and then selecting what information you want. You come down here and you can get your aggregate data by count and what you're going to actually show in the quantity, the sum and the average. Once you have all of that selected, you just simply click on view. It's going to pull it up in a graph, and it's going to show you the information that you have selected. Okay, so maybe you look at this and you say, okay, that doesn't mean a whole lot of anything to me in a chart, so maybe I just want to see it in a table. Okay, that's very easy. Just select table, and now it comes up in a table. Or maybe in this light mode, it's hard to read. It's hurting your eyes or whatever. If you want to toggle between dark mode and light mode, it's just a click of a button. And that concludes our demo today. Thank you very much for your time, and we will talk again soon.